Many people dream of changing their lives, yet only a few ever change the way they think. And this is the quiet truth. Once your mind shifts, your life follows on its own. Reading is not a pastime, not a privilege for students, and not something reserved for spare moments. It is a daily renewal of the mind. A single, consistent reading habit can gently reshape your thoughts, strengthen your confidence, and alter the direction of your future. First lesson: daily reading forms a resilient mind. Strength never appears by chance. It grows from what you allow into your thoughts. Books are nourishment for the brain. When you read every day, your way of thinking evolves. Your thoughts guide your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. Reading brings clarity, deepens ideas, sharpens choices, and calms the inner noise. Page by page, it quietly rewires the brain, slowly but for good. Second, reading sharpens your mind without pressure. No deadlines, no tests, no tension. Just a few pages a day, quietly introducing new ideas, helping you understand people more deeply, widening the way you see the world, and teaching you to think beyond the surface. There is no strain and no forcing, only steady, natural growth. Third, readers hold an unseen advantage. They rarely panic. They pause before reacting. Through reading, they gain knowledge, balance, confidence, and emotional steadiness. This inner depth is why readers so often guide the way, while others simply keep up. Fourth, reading builds confidence in silence. True confidence does not need to be loud. It grows from understanding. When you read, you know more, grasp more, express yourself more clearly, and feel grounded in who you are. Quiet confidence carries the greatest strength. Fifth, reading shields the mind from negativity. The world is loud, filled with bad news, toxic voices, and empty noise. Daily reading creates a calm inner refuge. It cleans the mind, offering protection from mental clutter and unseen pollution. Sixth, a single page is enough to begin. You don't need hours or perfect conditions. 5 quiet minutes will do. 1 page, 1 thought. What matters most is consistency, not volume. A small daily habit will always outweigh a grand effort made once in a while. Seventh, reading restores focus and patience. Screens train the mind to rush and scatter. Reading teaches it to slow down and remain present. With daily reading, attention deepens, patience grows, and the ability to think carefully returns. These qualities are rare and incredibly valuable. Eighth, reading lets you borrow other lives. You cannot live 100 lifetimes, but you can enter 100 minds. Books carry experience, wisdom, lessons, failures, and victories. They shorten the road, saving years of unnecessary struggle. Ninth, daily reading is a quiet discipline. It happens unseen. There is no applause, no audience, yet it builds self-control, routine, and a mindset shaped for growth. Silent habits often lead to the loudest successes. 10th, reading today shapes tomorrow. What you absorb now defines how you think next. How you think next defines the life you create. 1 book, 1 page, 1 habit. Everything begins here. If you seek growth without pressure, read daily. If you want clearer thinking, read every day. If you seek a richer life, begin with a sharper mind, and the sharper mind grows through daily reading. Lesson 2. Reading every day transforms life gradually, yet permanently. True, lasting change rarely comes in a rush. It unfolds quietly, step by step, and endures. Daily reading works in exactly this way. First, reading consistently produces compounding growth. One day of reading may seem insignificant. Reading every day is transformative. Like interest in a savings account, knowledge accumulates. An insight today links with another tomorrow. In months, your perspective, your thinking, and your understanding evolve completely. Second, reading strengthens your decision-making. Thoughtful choices lead to better lives. Books provide fresh information, alternative perspectives, and deeper insight. They give you the pause to think clearly and choose wisely. Good decisions, shaped by understanding, spare countless future mistakes. Third, reading eases stress and quiets anxiety. It slows the mind. As you read, your breath evens out, thoughts settle, and attention sharpens. Even a brief 10 minutes of reading calms the brain far more effectively than hours lost in scrolling or noise. Fourth, reading deepens your understanding of yourself. Books do more than reveal the world. They reveal who you are. Through stories and ideas, you begin to recognize your emotions, confront your fears, discover your strengths, and clarify your dreams. Self-knowledge grows quietly, page by page. Fifth, reading sharpens language and expression. A reader communicates with clarity, writes with precision, and explains thoughts with ease. Daily exposure to well-chosen words and well-constructed sentences enriches your speech and writing, enhancing work, relationships, and self-assurance. Sixth, reading cultivates lasting focus. Quick, bite-sized content fragments attention, while books train it to endure. Daily reading strengthens the ability to concentrate deeply on one task, whether studying, working, learning a new skill, or chasing long-term goals. Seventh, reading nurtures thoughtful responses. Readers rarely react on impulse. They pause, reflect, and answer with care. This practice of emotional distance allows calmness to prevail, even in challenging or tense situations. Eighth, reading lets you learn from others' missteps. Books are shortcuts through life. They reveal failures, poor choices, and hard-won lessons without forcing you to pay the same price. Smart people read, wiser people act on what they learn. Ninth, daily reading builds quiet inner strength. When challenges arise, readers don't crumble. They carry ideas to lean on, wisdom to guide them, and a calm clarity that steadies the mind. Knowledge becomes a source of resilience. 10th, reading every day is an investment in yourself. Money can vanish, skills can fade, but the ideas you absorb remain with you for life. Reading daily is an act of self-respect. It may not transform your life in a single week, but a year of steady reading reshapes your future entirely. Slow growth is still growth, and it lasts. Lesson 3. Reading cultivates discipline and focus. Most people struggle to concentrate. Most lack real discipline. Daily reading addresses both quietly, not overnight, but permanently. First, reading is a simple daily practice. No gym, no tools, no fees, just you and a book. By showing up every day, you train yourself in the most fundamental act of discipline, presence. Second, reading teaches the mind to stay put. Phones train the mind to scatter, books train it to linger. With daily reading, patience, attention, and mental control grow. These abilities are rare and invaluable. Third, reading strengthens your focus muscle. Focus, like a muscle, weakens without use. Daily reading naturally exercises it. Slow, deliberate reading cultivates deep, lasting concentration. Fourth, reading before starting your day boosts productivity. A morning session of reading sets a calm, focused tone. It sharpens thinking, helps plan effectively, and allows you to work deeply. A clear mind completes tasks faster and makes fewer mistakes. Fifth, reading offers a healthy screen break. Most breaks only tire the mind further. Scrolling adds clutter. Reading, however, refreshes your attention and gives both your eyes and brain a meaningful pause. Sixth, reading quiets mental chaos. When your thoughts are scattered, a book brings stillness. It organizes your mind, and clarity of thought leads to better decisions and action. Seventh, reading teaches completion. Finishing a chapter trains you to finish what you start. Completion builds confidence. Small victories create the foundation for lasting discipline. Eighth, readers resist distraction more easily. Attention is strengthened over time. Interruptions lose their power and focus improves, not just while reading, but in all areas of life. Ninth, daily reading makes discipline feel natural. Discipline doesn't have to feel forced. When reading becomes habitual, it becomes part of who you are. You don't impose it, you live it. 10th, reading develops inner control. True control is the ability to guide your own mind. Reading is mental exercise, teaching you to direct attention and master focus. For sharper focus and stronger discipline, read every day. The strongest minds are quietly forged through consistent reading. Lesson 4. What to read daily and how to make it a lifelong habit. Many want to read, few sustain it. The challenge isn't reading itself, it's knowing what to read and how to turn it into routine. This lesson addresses both. First, read at your level. Books should spark interest, not stress. Choose texts that are easy to follow, keeping curiosity alive. If reading feels like a struggle, you'll quit. Easy reading fosters consistency, and consistency drives growth. Second, start with short, simple books. Long, complex books can intimidate beginners. Begin with concise works, clear ideas, and simple language. Finishing a book builds confidence, and confidence nurtures habit. Third, choose books that help your life now. Reading is most powerful when it addresses your current challenges, questions, or goals. Reading should be purposeful. Choose books that address mindset, habits, focus, confidence, money, and discipline. When what you read feels useful, your mind craves more. Fourth, set a consistent reading time. Habits thrive on routine. Pick a time, morning, evening, or after work, and stick to it daily. Your brain begins to recognize this as your reading moment. Fifth, Start small and stay steady. Don't aim for hours. Begin with 5 or 10 minutes, a single chapter, or just a few pages. Small, consistent effort always outperforms occasional bursts. 6th, keep your book in sight. Out of sight often means out of mind. Place it by your bed, on your desk, or in your bag. A visible book nudges you to read. 7th, replace one unproductive habit with reading. Habits rarely vanish, they are swapped. Trade scrolling, endless videos, or idle moments for reading. Even brief gaps can become reading time. 8th, slow down and absorb. Understanding matters more than speed. Pause, reflect, and apply at least one idea. Reading is not a race, it's a conversation with your mind. 9th, revisit powerful passages. Some lines reshape thinking. Highlight, underline, and read them again. Rereading reinforces learning and deepens insight. 10th, treat reading as sacred time. Guard it like an unmissable appointment. No excuses, no skipping. Your mind deserves daily investment. Daily reading is not about volume, it's about consistency. Choose the right book, the right time, and start small. Over time, this quiet habit transforms life. Lesson 5. Reading every day nurtures confidence, clarity, and inner strength. Many believe confidence comes from wealth, status, or achievement, but real confidence springs from mental clarity. Daily reading quietly builds that clarity. First, reading dispels confusion. Confusion breeds fear. Clarity breeds confidence. Reading organizes thoughts, sharpens logic, and clarifies decisions. A mind that sees clearly naturally feels self-assured. Second, reading gives words to your thoughts. Many feel powerless simply because they cannot express themselves. Regular reading enriches vocabulary, strengthens sentence structure, and improves communication. When you can articulate your thoughts clearly, you feel stronger within. Words carry power. Third, reading fosters independence. Readers think for themselves. They don't follow opinions blindly or succumb to panic. Books provide perspective, understanding, and self-reliance. Inner independence naturally strengthens confidence. Fourth, reading equips you to face challenges calmly. Life presents problems, but readers navigate them more effectively, drawing on ideas, stories, and solutions they've encountered. Reading trains the mind to pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom. Calm responses signal true strength. Fifth, reading cultivates quiet self-respect. Daily reading is a promise you keep to yourself, nurturing discipline, inner pride, and a deep sense of self-worth. Silent pride carries remarkable power. Sixth, reading guards against emotional fragility. Daily engagement with books fosters stability, helps manage stress, and prevents overthinking. Strong emotions become manageable and balanced. Seventh, reading builds lasting confidence, not fleeting excitement. Motivational videos inspire briefly. Reading embeds lessons in your mind, shaping thought patterns and behavior. Confidence gained through reading endures. Eighth, reading enhances your presence. Readers listen attentively, speak with thought, and exude calm. This grounded presence naturally earns respect from others. Ninth, reading teaches comfort with silence. Silence unnerves weak minds, but strong minds embrace it. Through books, you learn to sit quietly with yourself. Inner ease is a hallmark of true confidence. 10th, reading daily constructs a resilient inner foundation. External success may waver, but inner strength persists. A solid base supports every aspect of life. Confidence may be quiet, clarity may be unseen, yet daily reading cultivates both. To strengthen your mind, make reading an everyday habit. Lesson 6. Daily reading shapes the future quietly and permanently. Results may not appear in a day or a week, but the outcome is inevitable. Each day you read, your future shifts imperceptibly. Daily reading is a silent force, unseen yet potent, and one day its effects reveal themselves powerfully. First, reading every day quietly shapes who you become. Your future isn't made in a single moment, it is built gradually. Each page you read molds your thoughts, beliefs, mindset, and choices, and your choices over time determine your destiny. Second, readers evolve while others remain the same. Many wait for change to arrive. Readers prepare for it. While most repeat familiar thoughts, readers refine and expand theirs. Over time, this steady growth naturally places readers ahead. Third, reading primes you for opportunity. Life's chances appear unexpectedly. Books equip you with knowledge, confidence, and awareness. When opportunity comes, readers recognize it. Prepared minds notice what others overlook. Fourth, reading creates long-term success rather than fleeting motivation. Motivation is temporary. Books endure. They guide, build, and shape stable thinking, strong values, and disciplined choices, foundations for lasting achievement. Fifth, reading empowers you to lead your life. Without knowledge, life leads you. With knowledge, you lead life. Books cultivate independent thought, wise decision-making, and genuine freedom. Sixth, reading transforms ordinary moments into meaningful ones. 10 minutes daily can alter years of your life. Time spent in a book never diminishes. It multiplies through wiser choices and stronger results. Seventh, reading brings calm amid noise. Opinions surround us, the world clamors. Books give you a steady inner voice, a quiet compass guiding you through confusion. Eighth, reading builds a future you can look back on with pride. One day you'll see two paths, distraction or daily reading. The path of reading leads to growth, clarity, and strength. You'll be grateful you chose it. Ninth, reading is the simplest form of self-investment. No money, no permission, just curiosity, consistency, and commitment. Few habits return as much value for so little effort. 10th, one page a day is enough to transform a life. You don't need to read endlessly, you need to read regularly. One page is a promise to your future, and small promises kept consistently build powerful lives. Daily reading isn't about books, it's about becoming better. Better thinking, better choices, stronger control, and a brighter future. If you want lasting change, start today. One page now can shape who you will be tomorrow. Remember, transformation doesn't happen in a day. It happens one page at a time. Small habits quietly create enormous futures. When you feel lost, read. When you feel weak, read. When you want to grow, read. Stay consistent, stay curious, and let books craft the best version of yourself. One page today can change your tomorrow.